Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Darissa Rain, aka Riri, and today's video is going to be a full face of first impressions. We know these don't happen very often, okay, because things are expensive and your girl's broke. So we're going to try almost a full face. I have pretty much everything. I have a Benefit 24-hour brow setter, the Becca Skin Love Foundation, my Essence mascara that you guys have raved and raved and raved about. I got this from Nat's. Thank you so much. I have the Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss. We know that me and lip gloss, we don't really mesh too well, so I'm excited to see if it's sticky or not. I also have the NARS Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. I have the Cover FX, the Water Cloud Primer, the newer one, so I'm really excited about this. I also have the JCat Stay Assurance Waterproof Concealer. I am going to be trying my AOA sponge. I am going to be also doing your request for the Revolution palette, the Chilled with Cannabis Sativa. Very excited about getting into this, of course. And I will put up the picture here and the poll on the time and day that I'm actually filming this. My blush is going to be the Shayna B one we got in Ipsy. And my highlight is going to be the Steve Laurent highlighter. So I do not have a bronzer. I'll probably just go in with my 0 for 1 and my brow products. I will set with this and then just go in with my regular brow products. So I'm very excited. Y'all know I get very nervous with this. Oh yeah, my hair is different, of course. So we're gonna dive in. The only thing that I have on my face is my moisturizer. I am not going outside. If I were, I would have put my SPF on as well and let that sit prior to makeup application. So yeah, we're gonna dive right in. So first and foremost, let me pull my hair back. And yes, my ears are green, my head is gray. Everything's pretty much green. So my apologies on that. So I'm first gonna go into the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. This is a pollution and blue light defense. Refreshes all skin types with a cooling effect. That sounds fantastic, especially heading into warmer months. Helps defend against pollution and blue light rays and extends your makeup wear. And it's just a little sampler that I got in one of my Ulta free gifts, I think. So I'm going to try that out. That is a cute little package. Oh, I like that. I really, really like how that is. This is not even half full. Y'all. That got me. It's not even okay now. Oh, it's cool. It's a very pale blue. Was not expecting that. Let's smell. I actually don't smell anything at all. Oh, that feels weird. It almost kind of feels like how the oxygenating masks are. That kind of feels like weird and fluffy. I don't smell anything. And I like that it doesn't feel super silicone-y or slippy. I do not like a super slippy, like silicone-y type of primer. I like one that is more moisturizing, more kind of thick and emollient. You guys know this already. This thing is, I'm going to get probably 2 uses out of this. That's crazy. I mean, I know it's a sample. I'm not going to complain that it's, you know, a sample, but let me see. Okay, it feels nice. A tiny bit of tack to it, not too much. I really don't see any kind of blurring right now, but sometimes products like this take a second, so we'll see. Okay, now we're going to go into the Becca Skin Love. This is a weightless blur foundation infused with Glow Nectar Brightening Complex. Right up my alley. You guys know I love a glow. It has cold pressed avocado and melon, bitter ginger, and sodium hyaluronate, and I got the shade Sand. Oh, I like the packaging. That's really cool. I really do like that. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with my It Cosmetics Love is the foundation brush. It does feel kind of cheap-ish. It's a full 1 ounce, I'm pretty sure. Let me look on the package. It is 35 mils, so actually slightly more than 1 ounce. And then it is a pump, and it just says Weightless Blur Foundation. So we are going to prime. I don't smell anything just yet. It's a more kind of thick, dense formulation. And then I always put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to go in with a little tiny bit to start. And you guys know that I like to place it around the inner part of my face. This is It looks kind of light. We'll see what happens. Sometimes they oxidize a little bit. So I kind of, again, put it where I kind of need the coverage. And you guys know I always do one side of my face first. And then I will start to buff out into the perimeter of my face. It feels nice. It's blending pretty well. Get a tiny bit more for my forehead. It doesn't have any scent at all, which I like. I will say one of the very few foundations or kind of makeup products, if you will, that I actually like the scent of, because I'm normally very sensitive to scent, is the e.l.f. one. I have literally been using the shit out of that foundation, you guys. Like, I love it, especially for the price point. I mean, it's not even just for the price point. It's an amazing foundation. Okay. So, definitely medium coverage. I think you could definitely get it to full. We will try to layer it, and then I will show you guys up close and personal. I'll kind of add a little bit more right around here, just where I need some coverage. And I do not come directly under my eyes. If I'm going to go with like just foundation and maybe just set the foundation a little bit, I will not use concealer. And then I'll bring my foundation kind of almost, you know, all the way up. But if I'm going to use concealer, I stay right below this little area here. It's kind of starting to cake up just a little bit. Maybe I used too much. I'm going to go into this little AOA sponge. I can say, like, coming straight out the bag, it feels very, very soft. And you guys know, I typically just go in because I'm not really applying my foundation. This is more to just kind of smooth it out. So I just go in with a dry sponge. I don't really feel like I get too much of a difference if it's wet or dry. So whatever. All right, that's a little better. It's really, really starting to cake up around my nose. Like, big time. Not a fan of that. And it could be the primer. It wasn't like super moisturizing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like what it's doing around here at all. But once I spray my face, y'all know I kind of spray my face in between products. We'll see how it starts to wear. Again, excuse all the blue. So let's take a look from before and after. So it does look pretty. It feels nice. It doesn't feel thick or anything like that. It's not drying super matte as of yet. So we'll see. I'll do the other side and then I will BRB. All right, beauties. So both sides are on. Not feeling it so far, but again, everything can kind of change the longer it kind of sits, and this is obviously going to be kind of in real time, not sped up, because it's a first impression, and I always want to do things where you guys can actually see. But it is already really starting to settle into my smile lines and around my nose. It looks absolutely dreadful. Again, I have very, very dry skin. I will also kind of look this up and see, like, is it, I mean, it doesn't say anything about being matte. It just says Weightless Blur Foundation. A breathable, medium coverage liquid foundation with a buildable finish to enhance your natural beauty. Enriched with hyaluronic and Becca's Glow Nectar. The Weightless formula instantly moisturizes your skin and improves the moisture levels over time. Okay. I'm not experiencing that yet, but we'll do a wear test. Oh yeah, it is 2:13. Hopefully y'all saw that. So I'll keep it on till obviously at least 10 o'clock. I don't like it thus far. It is pretty. I also don't really see much blurring, if I'm being honest, y'all. Like, I mean, we have skin, you know, we have texture, we have pore. We're human beings, okay? But it's just not laying right. And it could also be the primer, so I don't know. I always will visit, especially a foundation or a primer type product, I will visit it a couple of times. But for this to be a water cloud type thing, and then this is also supposed to be brightening and kind of more dewy. Okay, I'm gonna go in and spray my skin as I always do. This is just the Pixie and Milky Pilky. This is the Pilky Mist. I love how this smells. Amazing. And I really do like this sponge. It is super, super, super soft. We're gonna see if we can maybe start to help the hydration start coming through, because right now mama is not looking so good, y'all. Yeah, right now I'm not a fan. Moving on. We're gonna go into the, I'm really scared about this too, because if this is supposed to be waterproof and stuff like that and stays in place, it's probably matte. It is the JCat Stay Assurance Water Sealed Zero Smudge Concealer. I got the shade Buff. Oh mama. This is supposed to be water sealed zero smudge with buildable coverage with no creasing or caking. All right, y'all. Let's see. Oh, that component is nice. It actually feels really heavy too. Okay. Cute, cute. We got a smeller. Look at the doe foot. I do like the doe foot applicator. I do like a large doe foot. It's slightly painty-ish. And you guys know I'm a less is more. I'm going to do one eye at a time, y'all, because I don't know how fast this is going to dry down. So I'm a little scared. And you guys can see I have a lot of dark circles right now, or very dark circles right now. So we're going to do just that much. I'm going to go into my Morphe M334. This is like my new little favorite brush, okay? And let's buff her out. I like the color a lot. And again, you guys know I'm a less is more type of person, especially dealing with anything around my fine lines, wrinkles. I'm going to go ahead and actually use this. No, because I have the NARS. Whew, I almost messed up, y'all. All right, it's blending out pretty quickly, pretty well. Definitely not full coverage. I still see a little bit of blue kind of peeking through, but it's pretty, and I actually surprisingly have a little bit of radiance right there. I don't know that you guys are going to see that, but I'm shocked. Yeah, I mean, it covers some. It's not completely taking the blue down. And again, right in the inner corner, and just right here where I'm blue at. I also wanted to get this shade. Normally, you guys know I really like to highlight the skin, but I wanted to pick products that I could hopefully use in the summertime. This is obviously not going to be able to use in the summertime unless I really, really bronze up my skin. I like this sponge. I like this sponge a lot. Now I understand why it gets all the damn hype that it gets. And let me go into my brush. Yeah, I like it so far. Definitely to me, it's not full coverage to me. Of course, I just use a little bit, but I feel like a little bit's kind of all you should have to use. And then before it does have a chance to crease, I am just going into my little GG Gorgeous powder. That's been my little panning project. And we're gonna put the tiniest little bit. You guys know I do not use a lot of powder products. And then I always set around my nose, laugh lines, and my forehead. All right. And then we're going to dust any powder off. All right. The concealer is okay. We'll see how it kind of wears throughout the day. So far, so good. I do like the coverage. Again, to me, it's not full. I think you could definitely add to it. Excuse the fuzz in my hair. Okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. So again, I don't have a bronzer, so I'm going to bronze up my skin with my Ofra bronzer that I just got in my Ipsy that I've been using and loving. It is Americano. And of course, taking my Judy brush from the Crown Case. I love this brush so much. This freaking bronzer, you guys. Oh my god. Now, if you don't like a super warm bronzer and you don't like a glow, it ain't for you, okay? We all have different preferences, different likes, loves, and loathes. Oh my god. All this green, you guys, is just tripping me out. My entire scalp is still green as well. But when I color my hair, I literally will not wash it for like a week. Very close to. Thank God for dry shampoo. But I love this bronzer. If you like a beautiful kind of very subtly glowy, you can see that it just has the slightest little kind of sheen to it. But if you like a really warm bronzer, or if you like medium skin, oh my god, it's beautiful. I love Ofra's like face products. Love, 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 love. Like their highlighters are my shit. Okay. And we need to touch the nose just a little bit. Just kiss the nose. Just a touch. Get rid of some of these chins. Let me blend this foundation a little bit more down my neck too. I'm slacking. And if my energy's down, y'all, I'm really sorry. I'm not feeling the best, but I'm hoping it's just my allergies. But your girl feels like shit right now. So we're gonna spray the face again. You guys know I always do this. And then I press out any powder again. Powder. Okay, I'm actually liking the concealer. I'm on the fence about the foundation. I don't like it so far. I'm going to go into the Shayna B Miami. This is the... Oh, is this supposed to be a highlight? Shit. I thought that was a blush. That's a highlighter? Okay, we'll use this as a highlighter. Damn. I'll go into one of my panning blushes. I'm just going to go into my Juvia's Place Serafina. And I always use these little Luxie foundation brushes. I have a few of these, but I love them for blush. And this is just a beautiful kind of peachy terracotta. And you guys will see I kind of like put a little bit on both. And I just, y'all saw me barely tap. This is a very, 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 very pigmented blush. And if you ever go a little bit too crazy, you can just go back over it and blur it out with a brush and a little bit of powder. Or you can go back over it with your sponge, whatever. So I'm just gonna softly just diffuse it so it's not too much. But I love this color, especially in the summertime. I used the ever-loving crap out of this shade last summer. And then we're gonna try, see, it's gonna be like peach on peach on peach. We're gonna go kind of monochromatic, I guess. Thank God peach goes good with green. So it is the Guava Glow highlighter, and it's from Shayna B Miami. Let's see what she does. I would use this as more of like a blush topper, but it is pretty. I don't feel like it's like blinding, but I will say that it's not showing any kind of texture or pores. So maybe that foundation is starting to kind of mesh with my skin. We'll see. I'm kind of intrigued by it now. Yeah, I like this. I definitely would mix this with that Juvia's Place blush. Ooh, honey. So, again, I'm gonna obviously not mention things. I like to keep things positive. Also, it helps me kind of stay in a better mind frame, and I haven't really been in the best mind frame. Yeah, it's nice. It is very pretty, but like more subtle. But it also is more like a skin finish, like a glassy type finish. I like it. I think it's really pretty. Okay, and then we're gonna spray one more time. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everyone is staying in good spirits as much as is possible for all of us. All right, so far I'm feeling it. Other than my blue all over my freaking lids, I'm gonna go in with the NARS Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Again, it's just a little sample. Oh, that looks nice. I don't know if the full size looks exactly the same, but it's kind of like that cool, like soft matte like touch. Oh, and it's white. Oh, I don't think, expecting that. Oh, that feels weird. It feels kind of silicone-y. It is taking away a little bit of kind of the veining and stuff. Obviously, if you want something that's like more full coverage, I would do something like the MAC paint pots or something that's more like an actual skin tone. Again, I don't feel like there's a lot in here. I feel like they give us these samples and they should be full so we can get a few wears, but they don't. But I actually just found out too that 2 of my friends have that, which we won't mention. And it's kind of, okay, let me preface this by saying good but not good. It's good because I actually have somebody that I personally know that has it, has had it, dealing with it, so that it's not this massive like social media or media outlet type thing where I'm getting my information, which I typically don't. I always fact check. But the one friend was like very thorough in how she felt from day one, what she was experiencing, things like that. So it kind of helps me a little bit. And I think that's also kind of like the shitty part about this whole thing is like all this is kind of happening while it's heavy pollen allergen, you know, season, and we're kind of like heading into spring. So if you're someone like me that you always get sinus infections, you always have, you know, asthma stemming from your allergies, you have horrible allergies. It sucks because it's so scary because you're like, oh God, my throat hurts, or oh God, this is happening. And you don't want to freaking psych yourself out. You know what I mean? So it's good to kind of have perspective from people that I actually know, like know and trust. So I was trying to talk and rub my mouth for a second to let this set. It doesn't feel super sticky or tacky or anything like that, which I like. I don't like a base that's like too sticky, but it didn't dry down like super matte. So I do like that. I'm actually, aside from right here and right in here, I'm starting to like the foundation. I think that everything layered on top of it beautifully. And I do feel like it is kind of taking over my pores a little bit. I feel a little bit comfortable now. Okay. So I'm going to do my brows and then come back and try this. And then we're going to hop into this eyeshadow palette. I'm so freaking excited. So, all right. So we have a brow on. Of course, I'm growing my brows out. They're not going to be perfect anytime in the near future. So I'm going to go into the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. 24-hour invisible shaping and setting gel for brows. Okay. That is what it looks like. Oh, Lord. That wand looks kind of crazy, y'all. That packaging is cute as heck. All right. So let's go in. Ooh. This is just some clear mascara. So that is what the wand looks like. It's kind of like rounded and has cool little teeth on it. Oh, and some are shorter and some are longer. Okay, that's very strange. All right. Don't really know what I'm doing, but we're going to see. Ooh. Oh, it's making them very fluffy. Okay, honey. Okay. Ugh. I don't like how it smells. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how it smells at all. I do actually like the applicator, as weirded out as I was at first. And it is really getting them bad boys up there, honey. So I am okay. So far, so good. We will see. I don't want my brows to feel like super like hard and crunchy. That I don't like in a product. I like for them to kind of stay in place but not feel weird and cakey, if that makes sense. So far so good. We'll see what happens. And it does say 24 hours. So we're going to wear it as long as we can today. All right. Now, let's get into the nitsy gritty, darlings. We are going in with the Makeup Revolution London, the chilled palette with cannabis sativa. First and foremost, the packaging is beautiful. They are vegan and cruelty-free, I believe. Yes, they are vegan and cruelty-free. Has a nice mirror. I don't care about a mirror. Y'all know this. I do love when a palette bends all the way back. This one does. I appreciate that very much. You guys will see also swatches. And here is what it looks like. Oh my God. I'm really excited. I am going to swatch just a couple. I want to do this hybrid, which is more like a glitter. It is pretty loosely packed in there, so you're going to pick up a lot at one time. Just FYI. And it is pretty crumbly and not a whole lot of actual base pigment. I would place this kind of maybe just on top of another shadow, but really pretty. I want to go also into Acapulco. Oh, that actually feels wet. That's pretty cool. I'm going right here in this gold called Acapulco, whatever. It's really pretty, kind of like a true yellow gold. Whoa, that is very slippy. That is cool. The texture feels definitely very strange to me. Again, it's almost like a weird kind of wet putty. I'm very excited about this. And then let's do kind of a standard, more metallic shade. This is Exhale. It's a really pretty, like, pinky. It's very, very subtle, though. But my gosh, they glide on really well. I don't feel like they're swatching the best, but we don't care about swatches on this channel, okay? I think, y'all know I normally just do something simple and natural when I'm testing out a palette. It is about how it performs, how it blends, and how they blend it together. So, and I always do green. I just can't help it. I love greens. There's not, I guess Relax could work. So I'm going to go into Relax first. And just a fluffy brush, quite a bit of kickback, and I'm barely tapping my brush in there. Again, that's not something that bothers me, but I do like to address it because I know that it does affect some people. So I'm actually going to leave my big mirror out the way and use the mirror that's in this. And, whoa! Well, right off the bat is definitely kind of coming on the color that it is supposed to be. It could be the base. I like to come all the way in, follow the hollow. I don't smell anything. These do feel, I mean, very, very soft. Like very soft and very silky. I like that. I'm intrigued to see kind of how they wear on the lids as well. And also, I know that IT Cosmetics does a lot of that. They stand for Innovative Technologies, which they put a lot of skin care benefits into their makeup products. But they have a lot of products that have different types of oils and stuff in them that are meant specifically for kind of more aging skin, you know, crepiness, creasing, things like that. So I'm intrigued to see if this kind of works in the same way. So far, so good. That is really, really pretty, and it's not creasing or anything. I think we'll do a little halo eye today. Why the hell not? I'm going to go right here into Cool and feel this one. Again, they feel very, very satin-like. They feel amazing. And I'm going to stay in this little brush for now. That one doesn't seem to have quite as much kickback as the other one did. Whoa. All right, that's pretty too. It kind of actually felt a little cooling on the lid when I put it down too. That's kind of weird. It seems to be blending well with the other shade. I probably should switch to a smaller brush. Yeah, so far so good. I feel like they're nicely pigmented. I do like the way that they actually like feel. Like sometimes you can actually, you know, you can feel a shadow being laid down. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna go back into Cool still. We're staying in Cool. This one has like almost no fallout, so I don't understand why the shade Relax had so much fallout in comparison. And then you guys know I like to pull everything out. Okay. I mean, it's okay. It's not, I mean, is it the best thing I've ever used in my entire life? No. I'm going to go into Burn and just kind of intensify everything and see how this one feels as well. Yeah, they all feel like that. They all have that really beautiful kind of very satin-like kind of quality to them, which I like a lot. So I'm going to go into this brush. This one, again, doesn't have too much kickback. That's strange. So I'm just going to intensify the inner and outer corners. And the reason I'm trying to load up and kind of pack on so many browns is that's oftentimes for myself personally. That's kind of like the telltale sign of whether or not you can actually use this palette to its fullest potential, in my opinion. If you can layer on all tones of green, you know, green on top of green, on top of green, on top of green, and keep intensifying and keep building and adding that kind of depth and dimension. And it doesn't get muddy. You can still kind of clearly see the different levels of the green, just like I'm doing with the browns. So far so good. I don't feel like it's getting muddy. I don't feel like it's patchy at all. And I actually have to say that it's really, really, really easy to blend out. All right, so far so good. I'm going to go into a little smudger brush. This is just a Real Techniques one. And I'm going to go right back into Burn, which is the deepest of the browns that we've been using. And kind of really hug that lash line just to give us almost like a liner effect. And then I'll take a more fluffy brush. Let me wipe it off a little bit. I don't mind smoky, but I ain't trying to look crazy, honey. Alright, so far so good. Okay. Now's the time that I wish y'all were here so y'all can tell me what shade to use. I don't know if I want to go into like a glitter and maybe do Goddess or Bud. Or maybe do the Acapulco and then put Hybrid in the center. Oh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll think on it while we're putting some concealer on. I'm just going into my Makeup Revolution, the plain white concealer. And I don't like to go all the way up on my halo. You can, obviously, but me having very hooded lids, it just, everything transfers. It looks a hot ass mess unless that's kind of like the look I'm going for. And I bring the glitter or the other shade all the way up. And I just press it out with either a flat brush or my fingers. And I've had people ask too, like when you're doing a halo that I just screwed up, they're like, how do you know how much to build up or how much do you put on the outer or inner? You could literally just do a smoky eye and then cut out the center part of it and press in whatever shade you want to. You don't necessarily have to build up the inner and outer corner. And that's kind of a little bit easier to do as well. So let me come back in and add some pigment back here that I took away. Yeah, like even layering it just now, like nothing is getting like weird on me. So yeah, if you want to do just like a super simple kind of halo eye, do your entire eye makeup like you normally would. You can smoke the complete thing out and then just kind of take this part and essentially kind of cut it out. I'm going to go back and literally just like a dot. And I try to also like keep my eye like completely open and not look up either so that I'm not making it transfer. And I think a lot of people too think that you have to put a metallic for a halo eye. You do not. You could literally do, you know, green on the outside and do a bright yellow or a bright purple or something in the center. So I'm gonna let that dry most of the way down and kind of always do green. And I don't really like glitters. I mean, these are like really kind of chunky. And again, not much of an actual base pigment. It's literally just like a gel with glitter. So I think I'm honestly going to avoid those. Hope you are not mad. I think I'm going to go into, let's be different. We're going to go into Sativa, which is like a deep metallic plum. And then I'll put that cool silver on top of it. So let me show you what this looks like. These feel so soft, you guys. Oh, that's pretty. It's almost like a varnished kind of like lilac-y color. So I'll go in with that. Again, just with my fingers. You can also use a flat brush. You can also wet your brush. I always just feel like if you're using your fingers, you're going to get the best color payoff anyway. Obviously, if you have super long nails, that's a little hard to do. These feel so nice, you guys. If you've used this already, comment down below too. Like, let other people know too how like satiny these feel. They feel incredible. And then I'm just going to build up. That maybe wasn't the best choice of a color because it almost kind of blends in with everything. So I don't really like it. But we're here now, so I think once I add that silver though on top, so I'm going to go into hybrid. And we're just going to pick up a little bit and put it right on top. Yeah, I like that. All right, that's really pretty. I really like that a lot. So I'm going to do this eye off camera so we're not here for 400 hours, and then I will BRB. All right, I am back. Again, performed really beautifully. I will say, I kind of feel like these kind of remind me of like the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, where they're more like satins with like a metallic type of shift to them. I don't feel like they're super, you know, metallic-y. They're beautiful though. They're super slippy. They glide on really easily. I'm going to take a pencil brush now, and I'm going to go into the shade Calm. Again, they feel, I mean, very soft, very satiny. And I will show you the level of fallout and all that good jazz. And we could wet this. Yeah, that looks really pretty. And like I said, they're not like super crazy intense. I might add some Acapulco in there. Not that the gold really goes with this look, but it'll be all right. Yeah, the Acapulco is really strange. Like, I barely put my brush in there, and you can already see that it's like, it's very like putty-like and has like a little divot in it already. I will also show you the shade Relax. Like the little leaf on that is almost gone, literally from one use. The rest of them didn't have as much fallout, so that's a little strange to me. I don't really have a, well, I guess I could use Calm as the brow bone highlight. Let's see how that one looks. It's a little more yellow than I would normally like to use with a more cool tone look, but we're just playing. We're playing around. We're testing our little palette out. I mean, so far so good. I really enjoy it. We will see, obviously, how it wears throughout the day. Again, and I'll also do swatches. A lot of fallout, and the metallics, again, are more kind of just like that kind of satiny shift. Really soft, really kind of silky and buttery. But they don't give you like that wham bam. You know what I mean? So, okay. So far, I like everything. Now we're going to try this little Essence mascara that y'all been talking about forever, and I've seen everybody talk about. This is the Essence Lash Princess, the Sculpted Volume Mascara. I have to say, I really like the component. That is really cute. And, oh, good. It doesn't sound too wet. I cannot stand an overly wet formula. I do like the brush. I like a curl wand. So I will let y'all see what that looks like. Oh my God. Don't try this at home. I don't smell anything. Okay. I like that. So let's go in and let's give this bad boy a shot. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. I like a more, I mean, I don't want a dry formula because then I feel like they can clump, but a super wet formula gets like everywhere, and I do not like it, and they're really hard to build up in my personal opinion. And I'm pretty sure these mascaras are around $5 a piece. Definitely not as black as I would like. It is definitely giving me a little bit of length, a little bit of volume. I like the wand. We're going to see if it is buildable. It seems to be. I don't feel like it's getting weird or clumpy. We will obviously see how it performs throughout the day, how long it lasts, whether or not it flakes. Yeah, it's okay. So there's one eye done. Alright, I'll do the other eye off camera again, so I'm not here for 3 hours later, and I will be RB. Alright, beauties, I am back. I like it. It's decent. It's okay. I will see kind of how it lasts throughout the day. It's not quite as black as I like. I do like the formula. I do like the wand, so we shall see. I am gonna pop on some waterline liner, even though I shouldn't because my allergies are going crazy right now. But I'm going to go in with this is ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Charmer. It's like a cool plum. I figured it would look really pretty with this look and my green hair. I kind of want to get back into wearing liners. I used to a long time ago. I just feel like for me personally, especially having hooded lids and, you know, now getting older, I just feel like they close the eye off, and obviously I don't want to do that. But then it's also like sexy and sultry too, so I have torn feelings, mixed feelings. Last but not least, we're going to jump into this. Oh wait, not last, because I also want to open and try my Revolution Rose Fizz Makeup Fixing Spray. Is this supposed to be a setting spray? Hold your makeup tight, yes, okay. So we're going to go into the Sexy Mother Pucker from Soap and Glory. And I don't know if it actually has a shade or Sexy Mother. Okay, yeah, it's called Bare Enough. If I can get the damn sticker off. Hold, please. Okay. And when I base glosses, I base it because I'm not a gloss person. Like, people rave about certain glosses, and I try them and I'm like, eh! But I know that they use glosses and maybe they're basing it off of their level of using 50 glosses. You know what I'm saying? When I base it, I first and foremost listen for it to pop. And it didn't have a loud pop, so that already makes me feel a little bit better. But when I pull it out, if it's like a real hard pop, I automatically know it's going to be sticky AF and it ain't going on my lips. Okay? And then we'll put it on the lips and see how sticky it is. And it is a lip plumping gloss, which makes me kind of nervous. Almost smells like vanilla mixed with, what am I smelling? Let me get a little bit more. Alcohol? I can't really tell. Okay, first of all, that color is really, really beautiful, especially peach, with all the peaches that I plan on wearing in the summertime, and then green hair. Oh my god. Okay. The next thing I do, it gives me a little bit of strings. Y'all can see when I'm talking. I don't like that at all. That's that weird butthole lip I'll be talking about. But I like how it feels on the lips. It doesn't feel as sticky as it's kind of acting when I'm talking. I kind of like it. We'll see what happens. And maybe I used too much. I don't know. I don't know, like with this kind of stuff, if you can use too much product or not. I know it looks really crazy, y'all, but if you do that, it'll get like all your butthole rim out. I actually like how it feels. I really like the kind of like color and stuff that it has to it, just like a slight little peach tinge to it. Overall, I like the look. Yeah, it's slightly sticky. I could tolerate it, though. I will say that. So, I mean, that's a plus. All right, we're going to go into the Makeup Revolution, the Rose Fizz Makeup Setting Spray. Hold your makeup in place with this lightweight fixing spray. A gentle scent adds a fresh feel to your skin whilst still fixing makeup perfectly. And you guys know that I love rose, as long as it's a natural kind of rose and not weird, fake, overpowering. I cannot do that at all. I like the component. Everything's plastic, which would be good for traveling. I'm gonna shake it up, I guess. But it has like a cool little like rose gold coppery looking cap. And you get a, what, 100 mils. Oh, that's really cute. That's really nice. So let me prime it first. Oh, that's really light. I actually don't smell anything yet. Here we go. Oh yeah, I like that. First of all, it puts like a lot down, but it's not like a freaking water hose. I do like the scent. It's really soft. If you have a complete aversion to scent, stay away. Ooh, I like how that smells a lot. All right, so I think we're done. Now that I wipe this, I'm not getting the little strings when I'm talking, and it doesn't feel as sticky. So I'm gonna keep this on for a little while and at least I'm gonna give it a fair chance. So I think I liked most things. The mascara, I would use it again. It's really pretty. We'll see if it kind of holds that curl and stuff like that. I feel like it could be a little bit blacker. I do like the formula. I like the wand. The component is beautiful. I really like that. And it's like $5. The Sexy Mother Pucker, I actually do like it. And I can actually see a little bit of... Ooh, oh, she's tingling. Oh, she's tingling. Woo! I actually kind of like this. We'll see what happens. As long as like my hair and shit's not sticking in it. It's definitely not as sticky as some that I've tried. I would actually use it. So if I'm saying that and I hate gloss, if you like gloss, you will probably love it. The foundation, I'm on the fence still. Yes, I do feel like I do have like some kind of blurring. I don't really see any texture at all on my skin. Got a little bit of fallout. Hold on, y'all. But I don't really see a whole lot of texture, but my skin also feels dry as hell. And it is definitely not looking the best around my nose. But of course, as time wears on and we get a little tiny bit of kind of, you know, oils coming through, what little bit I have, we'll see how it looks then. So I'm on the fence about this. This NARS, the eye base, I really, really liked it. I like how it felt. I felt like everything kind of, you know, went on top of it really, really easily. The Cover FX, I'm also kind of on the fence over. The consistency was a little bit weird for me, but we'll see again kind of how it wears throughout the day. The concealer, 100% recommend. I really, really like that. As far as first impression, of course, we'll see how it wears, but I really like that. Also something else that's really, really affordable. And then the spray I really like so far. The sponge, shockingly, is really, really nice because these are like $1. I know some people like a sponge that's a little more firm, a little more bouncy, if you will. So if that's you, you probably would not like this, but I don't actually apply my foundation with it. I kind of just smooth and kind of create like a, you know, like a veil, a blurring effect with these. So I like it. The palette I really, really like. I will say again, kind of like with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, I feel like if you're looking for metallic in your freaking face metallics like Glam Light or like, you know, Pat McGrath or something like that, this is not for you. They are more of a sateen type of finish, but they are still really beautiful. They went on, you know, well. The Relax had a shit ton of fallout. That's not something that bothers me, but I know that it does some people. Performed well. I don't feel like it got muddy or anything like that. I can definitely see the transition between the shades. So we'll see how it wears. Aesthetically, it's pleasing. I like the, you know, the color layout and stuff like that in here. The packaging is great. So overall, first impressions, I like everything aside from maybe these two things I'm on the fence about because it could be one or the other. But you guys know I always will revisit this with kind of my standard products, if you will. The NARS, love, love, love. The benefit, it's really cool. Like my brows are like nice and up and fluffy, but they're not super crunchy. Like they're slightly stiff, you know what I mean? So I like this. I'll continue to use this. Yeah, I feel like it's a win overall. So I will come back. It is now 3:06 p.m. and I will come back and do it till at least 10 and we'll see how I look. Either be a hot mess or I'll be impressed. So that is it, beauties. Thank you so, so much. You will see my check-in, but I will bid you adieu now. Please always look in the mirror and remind yourself to be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties. All right, beauties. It is 9:27. Mama's feeling a little bit rough. I hope it's allergies. Y'all pray for me, okay? Y'all pray for Mama. I will have to say, as pretty as the foundation is still looking, and I'll get close, it has obviously broken down around my nose. It was already kind of doing that and kind of settling. I don't like it. The eyeshadow kind of underneath has kind of faded substantially, but the glitter is still really pretty on there, and it hasn't, I've gotten a couple pieces that fell. I have not touched up at all. I thought I would get a little bit more oil to my skin than I have. I literally have like basically none. It is really pretty. I do feel like it did blur everything. I don't feel like I have a lot of texture or anything like that, but it is dry, y'all. So I'm gonna revisit it. I always try to revisit foundations, especially if the issue is more just it being dry, because I do like the coverage and it is really beautiful. But again, it's dry, and that maybe, I mean, that's just my personal preference. I think if you have really oily skin or you like a more kind of true matte finish, you'll love this foundation. Again, it's what, 9 hours close to? No, 7 hours. 7 hours. I took the lip stuff off after probably 30-45 minutes, even before I ate, because it was just tingling too bad. That's just not my zhuzh. That ain't my vibe. The eyeshadow is, it kind of broke down just a little bit here. Again, like I said, the mascara still looks pretty. Not my favorite, but I would use it again. I'll use it up. Again, I didn't get, I mean, really any oils. I mean, maybe right here, but I think that's coming more from the light, because to the touch, it doesn't feel oily. But everything else is very, 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 very dry. I think overall, I liked everything. I'm actually pretty impressed by the brow stuff. Like, they're still in place. And again, it feels, you can feel the texture of it, but it's not super, super hard or clumpy or anything like that. And I really, really loved the concealer. Like, as many hours as it's been and the eyeshadow's kind of broken down, the concealer still looks really pretty. So I like the foundation. I just, unless I can mix it with something else and not have it be quite so matte, I probably will not reach for it again. The palette overall, I think especially for, you know, a $15 price point, it being at 7 hours, I really like it. And I have to say too, I'm pretty impressed by the ColourPop. This is not my first time wearing it, but I didn't wear it for this long the last time, but the ColourPop liner lasted a long time as well. So that is it. Overall, pretty good. I don't know that I would reach, again, like I said, for the Sexy Mother Pucker. It's just not my vibe. It wasn't as sticky once I kind of took that little butthole layer off, you know what I'm saying? But I probably won't use that again. And in the Cover FX, I just didn't like the texture of it. And I don't know if it's that or the actual foundation that is making me too matte. So overall, I think I liked everything pretty much. I'm just kind of on the fence about that. Oh, and the sponge. The sponge was a standout as well. Again, it's super soft, even dry. So if you're somebody that likes a more kind of firm, bouncy blender, you're not going to like this one. So that is it, beauties. Thank you so much. So anyways, again, I hope everybody's staying in a positive mind frame, staying in, you know, in the best of quarantine spirits that you can possibly stay in. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending love, hugs, prayers, love, and light. And be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.